The word trouble written on her tattoo. This big and a flame that no one can down. Like a tigress walks through a very slaughterhouse. Yeah, big that would quit. There's no blue and dressed in the city. Yeah, that dress made on with a brush. When she made a big cover much. But my bad is written all over her. Like a headline of the examiner. Turn on me and pull their dress back. Let it couldn't do its fine for me back. On the wall, Albert Caramel. Threw down the cash that I was dealt. But she's back to say. But what a day. So I was drawn to her. Like a moth to a flame. She threw down a lot of clams. Does she know how to treat a man? Does she pull me by my tie? And those deep in my eyes. Cold around me like a snake. Oh, she was dirty. Like a cop on a tape. Asked me to take gold on cake. She was worried. Still go missing without a trace. And indeed, she may have been this yet. She still won't leave behind. Getting wasted. That woman was fire. A little bit but down. She was going to the desire. Only dead to a fall.
It was one of those steamy nights where the rain was coming down like some kind of dirty hippie after a long acid trip, soaking wet in the back alley, searching for trails. And then she walked in, with trouble written all over her like some kind of rat poison warning label. That dame walked through the glass door of my office like a tigress walked into a Burmese slaughterhouse, hungry to devour her prey and dressed to kill, with crimson red hair that flowed off of her shoulders like some kind of fiery waterfall that a guy could either drown in or get burned by if he wasn't too careful. Yeah, she slinked across the room wearing a tight red dress that looked like it had been painted on, and not with good paint like Sherman Williams, but with that watered down stuff that bubbles right away if you don't prime the surface before you slap it on. And just like cheap paint, that coat needed two more coats to cover her, and no dame her age could afford a fur coat like that. And the makeup she wore gave me a good idea how she got it too. She had bad news written all over her like October of 29. Yeah, that dame had legs for days that just wouldn't quit. Yeah, just like the post office. Neither rain nor heat nor gloom of night could keep them legs from walking through my mind as I sized her up from top to bottom, all the way across the room, as I discreetly slid the eviction notice I was reading back into the top drawer of my desk. Yeah, I needed to work more than a starving monkey needs bananas, but this dame was trouble, and I knew it. If there is one thing in this world I hate, it's a double-crossing dame. But there she was, right in front of me, pulling her dress back like she was drawing the curtain to a silent movie, as everything seemed to stop, except the music of her pulling a wallet from her garter belt and throwing down an envelope on my desk that was stuffed like she was into that tight little dress. Yeah, that dame meant business.
Dylan Derringer, a.k.a. Snubnose the Private Eye, I got a job for you.
Now, all my better judgment was telling me to run, but all I could think of was that eviction notice in the top drawer, like that telltale heart reminding me of how deep in debt I was as I locked eyes with that envelope filled with cash. And then we made eye contact. Then she turned away like a cat that was done playing with her food, pulled the mirror from her purse, and started fixing her makeup as she spoke.
Go ahead, count it, Derringer. It's all there. And then some, Buster.
I picked up the envelope as calmly as I could to downplay how badly I needed that money. But it was obvious that she knew more about that than she let on. She was toying with me, and we both knew it. But we had to play out the game. That's a lot of clams you're laying down there, doll. Forgot who I was for a second. Damn, gotta lay off that whiskey.
It's a month of your wages plus expenses. That should be more than sufficient, detective.
Look, doll, I don't know what kind of mess you're in or what kind of game you're running, but something just doesn't pass a smell test about any of this with you, Toots. That's a lot of clams to drop on a gumshoe like me to follow your husband around and catch him cheating on you. The next thing I knew, that dame had enough moxie to grab me by the tie and pull me into her like some kind of doll dizzy fish on a hook. And I took the bait like a mackerel as she kissed me and then pushed me back.
I did my homework, Mr. Derringer. Let's dispense with the formalities, shall we? I know you need the money. Don't play coy with me. Neither of us has time for that. I am not some two-bit housewife who has doubts about her husband's fidelity. If you don't want to take the case, that's fine. I will simply go find another private eye detective. But you and I both know that that's not going to be necessary. You need that money, and I want you to work on the case. This is the dossier. It has everything you need to know.
That doll removed the dossier from her purse and tossed it on my desk like an old pair of shoes that she was discarding. I looked down and picked it up through the last puff of smoke from the cigar I was enjoying. But when I looked up, that broad was already walking toward the door. Wait, Toots! Where will I find you? That was when she looked back at me as she walked through the doorway.
Gee, Snubnose, you know how to whistle, don't you? You just put your lips together and blow.
And just like that, that little cookie was gone. And then my partner walked in.
Gee whiz, Dylan. Who was that spicy little dish I saw walking down the stairs?
Trouble, partner. That's who that broad was. Trouble. Now help me read through this dossier. We got work to do, Joey. We got right to work. Not a New York second was wasted sifting through those files. This dame had everything laid out. This was perfect. Maybe too perfect. Something about all this seemed off. It was too convenient and maybe a little too easy. I have no idea what kind of game that dame was running, but whatever it was rigged, and it stunk more than that broad's cheap perfume. That was when a second knock at the door sounded out, and then another broad walked in like she owned the joint. This broad looked like a secretary or something. I could tell by the patches of her tweed jacket that she wasn't one of those blue bloods that ran this city. No way, bub. This little cookie walked in soaking wet with makeup running everywhere, clutching her purse like it was all she had left in the world. This cold fish had real moxie, though, to go out on a night like this, in this kind of neighborhood. Now, I wanted to tell her to take a powder, because we already had enough work to do. But this shivering little doll wanted to stick around and bust my chops for even looking at her the wrong way. So, Agent, my better instincts, I allowed this broad to bend my ear for just a few minutes.
Now look here, Mr. Detective, sir. You better learn how to treat a girl. I work hard for my money, and I ain't got nowhere else to go. And I need some coffee.
You want I should handle this, boss?
No, I got this, Joey. But I'm going to need you to stick around and stick your nose around the sticks by the docks.
Gee whiz, boss. I got a bad feeling about this one. That dame laid down a lot of bread for this job. Boss, you sure is that this is legit? I know we's about to go belly up and all, but don't flip your wig over some doll tossing around some clams, boss. You was right the first time when you said it didn't smell right. I know we need a little lettuce to get by, but this one just feels dirty to me.
Are you about done up in here? What's a lady got to do around here to get a gentleman to a lady like me? I'm from Jersey.
Sorry, doll. Here's your cup of coffee for yous.
You see, Detective, that's how you treat a girl.
Don't worry, lady. A nice broad like you's in good hands with Detective Dillinger. And I do apologize, lady, but I need to get a few things off my chest before I run out in the rain and dig for clues.
Oh, that's all right. Charmed, I'm sure, Mr. Joey. Yous really knows how to treat a girl. And thank yous for the coffee. You's a gentleman.
My pleasure, doll. Now look, boss, I'm going to be packing some heat for this one. I have a feeling we's going to be playing this one like a violin in Carnegie Hall, brother. But the broad did lay down some serious cheddar for this one. So yous knows I ain't going to pass the buck. But I still got to bust your chops in case something goes wrong, boss.
Here, Joey, take these too.
But, boss, these are your lucky brass knuckles. I can't take these.
It's all right, Joey. Just don't flip your wig like some kind of knucklehead from the Bronx. We need this one. Dylan discreetly jots down a quick note and then hands the cash and the note to Joey that reads as follows. Don't say a word. Just take the cash downstairs to the stash spot in the floorboard discreetly and then head out to the docks to search for clues.
You got it, boss. Nice to meet yous, lady.
Mister, you's okay in my book.
Joey exits the scene. The window files open again as a gust of wind bursts through the detective's office. Dylan turns around to shut the window. Damn the creepy old windows. Don't worry, lady. I got this. Derringer shuts the window. And then as the room gets quiet again. He hears the distinctive sound of a 38 being cocked back.
Now turn around nice and easy, like there, Mr. Derringer. You just don't want your brains splattered all over the creaky old windows now, do ya?
What do you want?
I want you to get out your hands in the air where I can see them and turn around nice and slow.
Derringer turns around slowly as the phone rings. The sound draws Jersey Girl's attention away long enough for him to grab the gun from her and slap her down on the couch. Yeah.
See? I knew you didn't know how to treat a lady.
First of all, you ain't no lady. Second of all, you pull a piece on me, dame, you've got nerve to talk about how I treat you. Jersey Girl starts sobbing crocodile tears as she talks.
They made me do it. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Honest, I didn't. And you don't know these people. You have no idea what they are capable of.
You better sing like a canary, doll. Tell me who sent you. Spill the beans, lady. You better tell me everything.
I can't. They got too much on me. Please, mister. You got no idea what you got yourself into.
Lady, this is your last chance. Now speak up. A voice calls out from behind them.
No, Mr. Derringer.
No, go ahead. You go to it. Sorry.
This is your last chance.
As Derringer begins to turn around to see who is talking to him, he received a bludgeon to the back of his head from a crowbar, which renders him unconscious as everything goes black.
Mr. Snubnose, hey, wake up. Detective Derringer, wake up. Come on, fella. You got knocked out for good.
Derringer's eyes slowly open to the sound of the lady in red's voice. At first, everything's blurry, but ever so slowly his eyes begin to refocus. As she wipes his sore head with a warm, wet towel, Derringer scans the room to see that they have been ransacking his office. He tries to jump up quickly, but the lady in red holds him down.
Don't move, Mr. Detective. Take it slow, buddy.
Wow, that really smarts. What the hell did they hit me with, a jackhammer?
Here, drink this. It will help your throbbing headache go away.
Oh, okay, doll. But why are you being so nice to me?
Don't flatter yourself, Derringer. I'm just protecting my investment.
That is it. I want answers.
You want to know more? Fine. The secret is...
Will the detective fall for the dame? Will we find out who knocked him out cold and why? Will we learn what the story is with these mysterious women? Will the mystery be solved? Tune in next week and find out. Same nutty channel, same nutty time.
Dun, dun, dun.
The end.
Yay.